The reason why an alternative party should be an option for the citizens of this country is because, in my observation, there are just too many talented Bahamians out there, where it seems that the existing parties are not giving them an opportunity to be involved. There's so many different roles that can be played. And the DNA seems to be one of these organizations that will include the various talents throughout this land, where we collaboratively can put the best plans forward to better our country.
My vision for the future of our country is that we continue the democratic process and still be able to choose and not victimize because doing so.
What prompted me to align myself with the DNA? As I have stated many times before, I feel that the DNA represents a fresh change for the Bahamian people, and in that light, I fully support the programs that the party is wishing to introduce.
One of the reasons I decided to be a part of the DNA is because I know that we need young men and women with vision who can help our country to become a better Bahamas.
My vision for the future of my country is a country where Bahamians, my children, my grandchildren, are benefiting from what is theirs, which is their country, its resources, its abilities.
My vision for the future of our country is a better Bahamas. A Bahamas where we put Bahamians first, where we have a government that empowers our people to be better than they are, to make our future and the future for our kids one that's brighter, more hopeful. And if we do that, I think we would have accomplished what I believe that the DNA can do for the future of the Bahamas.
I was prompted to align myself with the DNA one basic fact. Both parties that exist is not moving the country forward and putting Bahamians first.
I feel that we should give citizens an alternative from the existing government party and the opposition, because the climate is ripe for an alternative party in that we have been under this present governance and we have suffered.
The two words I would use to express my political ambitions will be deeply devoted. By that I mean it is deeply within the system of what I've been developing over the years in my career to understand what it is for humanity. And devotion is something that is needed to be expressed among leaders throughout the various aspects of our society.
The area of governance I would love to focus on is industry. Industry because we need to diversify economy, or tourism because tourism is our major industry now and we need to polish up our product.
My vision for the future of this country is an improvement, a progression, an advancement to greater things which are standing there and waiting for us to grasp them.
I would love to focus on reducing the crime rate, first of all, so that we could let the citizenry of the Bahamas feel safe, as well as tourists coming into our country, and to keep the Bahamas top-notch and #1 in the Caribbean.
What prompted me to align myself with the DNA is it's a new party, and it puts people first. It has a vision for the future for the country.
The area of governance that is of concern to me is policy making. We do things too ad hoc in this country. We have no forward planning. We live now in a very dangerous world, and it's important that we have policies that are properly thought through and then executed.
Well, firstly, I'm not a politician, and so I don't have political ambitions. I have country ambitions. Ambitions where we can make our country better. And personally, I think I can bring my personal attributes, whether I'm determined, I'm passionate, I believe in our country, and those are the attributes that I will be bringing to the DNA and hopefully the next government of our Bahamas.
The area of the governance that I would like to focus on is food, feeding ourselves, agriculture, agribusiness.
My vision for the future of our country is to see Bahamians empowered, to safeguard my children and their children's birthright here in the Bahamas, and to remain first-class citizens in the country that I was born in.
The vision for the future of the Bahamas is where I see government working closely with the people together to form ideas, plans, objectives for the betterment of us all. And given where our country is now, I believe there's clearly a position where a new political organization can come forward and attract those people with the kind of enthusiasm to get some of the best plans and goals to go forward with.
Two words I would use to describe myself, I think, would be passionate and devoted.
The area of governance that I was focused on is the youth.
My vision for the future of the Bahamas is to give each Bahamian the best opportunity to achieve at their highest level and to own land in the Bahamas.
I was prompted to align myself with the DNA because it seemed to be an organization that is prepared to give Bahamians a wholesome alternative within the realms of the political landscape in our country. It is clear, based on the vision displayed and expressed so far, that these people are serious. I like to think of myself as an individual who's serious about helping to improve our country. I've been doing it for the years I've been in my career in terms of service, and by all means, by extension, I see this as a great opportunity to help move our country to the next level.
What prompted me to align myself with the DNA is I love and I appreciate the courage that Mr. Brandwell McCartney displayed. As it relates to my political ambitions, I'm driven.
The two words that I believe best describe me or describe my political ambition is commitment and loyalty.
I was prompted to align myself with the DNA out of a matter of necessity. These days it is abundantly clear that the Bahamas is off track and that the persons who are able to put it on track are either incapable or unable or have no desire to do it. Personally, I had no desire to be a politician. I had a desire to be a judge. But it's pointless to be judging in a country that is in ruin. And so I've determined to make a step to politics. And the only party that has a viable chance of moving this country forward, in my judgment at this time, is the DNA.
You know, the biggest gift that we've been given as humans is our ability for choice. For several years in our country, we've allowed the major parties to play our people like a ping pong ball, back and forth, always wresting their futures from them. In this wave of change that's taking place throughout our country, throughout our world really, it's important for a viable alternative party to be there, to give our people the choice that they need. The DNA is that choice. It is that choice in time of change. It's that choice that will make us the country that we really can be.
Given what we have with government and opposition into today's world in our country, it is clear that it's really a position where change must take place.
History has also taught us that when we look at what's happening worldwide, that things are changing. In the Bahamas, we need a change.
It is important that we give our citizens an alternative to what there is, precisely because what has transpired before has simply not been up to par. And without the alternative, the third way, our people are forced to stay with the status quo.
My name is Sean Francis.
I am Dario Torelli.
My name is Roger Roll.
I am Philip Thomas Sr.
My name is Karen Davis.
I'm Randy Butler.
I'm Wayne Monroe.
I am Chris Mortimer.
The time for change is now. My Bahamian brothers and sisters, change has arrived. Johnson, Osmond Johnson, your candidate for the Democratic National Alliance.